Hello and welcome to today's lesson. As you are all aware, we have been looking at this main topic, demonstrate how to apply health and safety measures using ICT tools, which have been broken down into series of subtopics, and we have been taking them one by one. So today, we are going to look at another important subtopic under this main topic. But before we look at the subtopic, let's all watch this video together. We watch it carefully, look for details, after which we are going to use it to be able to explain our subtopic better and to be able to understand it better. So the video is here. Let's watch it. You pay attention to what's happening in the video, especially those elements that are related to the use of ICT tools. The video is playing now. Watch carefully. I entreat you all to pay attention. Be interested in finding relations from what's happening in this video to our main topic so that we can better understand our subtopic. Alright, the video have come to an end, and thank you very much for watching. Now, what do you observe in the video? Let me pause for some few seconds so that you can think about it and reflect about what you have seen in the video. I know by now you have thought of something. Have you observed the environment, the ICT tools that were used, and what happened to them? I know by now you are all aware there were a number of ICT tools that were used. One was a desktop computer. You could also see a system unit, and there was fire outbreak, or some of them were on fire. What do you think are the causes? Can it be prevented? Now, what do you think is our subtopic? Remember the main topic we have first talked about. What do you think our subtopic is going to be? I know by now some ideas may have crossed your mind. For example, ICT tools burning, fire outbreak, explosion, a lot of others. Well, they are all correct, and they all have what relation to this video as well. But let's look at what indeed our subtopic is. The subtopic for today, or the topic what we are going to look at today, is exploit safety measures at the workstation. The fires that were occurring in the video, how can we exploit safety measures at the workstation? How can we prevent them, or what do we need to do, or do we need to know about safety measures at the workstation? So that is what we are going to look at today. There are objectives to be achieved during this lesson, which are, by the end of the lesson, students should be able to exploit safety measures at the workstation. List any two measures that will help eliminate workstation hazard. Illustrate various ways to position yourself or sit properly. at the workstation. Generalized the proper usage of the monitor. These are the objectives we intend to achieve during this lesson. I will entreat all of you or expect each and every one of you to pay attention and listen keenly as we look into details what each of these objectives meant. Now, let's look at exploit safety measures at the workstation with our focus on negative impacts of using ICT at the workstation. What do you think are the negative impacts of using ICT tools at the workstation? I'll always ask you to recall on the happenings on the video. What do you see and what have you reflected upon? What can you bring out as negative impacts of using ICT tools at the workstation from the video we've watched earlier? Think, think. Not only what you have seen in the video, probably within your thinking, your research, your learning, you may have come across something that is related to the negative impact of using ICT tools at the workstation. There are a lot of others that all of them were not captured in the video, but at least if you reflect on the video, you'll get 1 or 2 points. Now let's take a look at them. I have a few of them here. Fire outbreaks. Fire outbreaks is one of the negative impact of using ICT tools at the workstation. Clearly from the videos, there were numerous of fire outbreaks from the usage of ICT tools at the workstation. This could be as a result of wrong connection, your sockets or your electrical equipment or wires not being proper or appropriate, over usage of your ICT tools. I know you are aware that when you use a computer or your mobile device, your laptop or desktop for longer hours, you can see that sometimes it's heated, it's hot. This can result in fire outbreak. Sometimes in our workstation, especially in ICT labs, there are electronic devices, which means they use electricity. Sometimes naked wires are exposed, and if the negative or the neutral and the live wire are to touch, it can result in fire outbreak. Another negative impact of using ICT tools at the workstation is electrical shocks. Have you ever experienced electrical shock? How do you feel? If you touch a naked wire, you can get electrical shock. In fact, you can be electrocuted. That's the technical term, which may result in death. Another point is vision problems. Vision is referring to sight, visibility, how to see things or how we see things, the ability to see. That's vision problems. You can get vision problems from the use of ICT tools. Long exposure to high bright or the brightness of your computer monitor can result in what? Visibility problems. Another one is headaches. You can get headaches from the usage of ICT tools. If you have been using your ICT tool for longer hours, you can become tired. And one of the causes of headache is tiredness. So headaches is another negative impact of using ICT tools. Do you think that's all? Think of more. I expect that when you go to your various homes, you do more research on it. You ask more resource person, consult your books. You can even go online. Those that can go online, you can search for more. But there are others too that have been displayed here. stress disorder. You can get stress disorder from the usage of ICT tools, which is a negative impact. Eye strains. Eye strains. Your eyes may be paining you. Sometimes even water may be coming out. That's what we call eye strains. It's another negative impact of using ICT tools at the workstation. Another point is back, neck, shoulder, or arm pains. If you have been sitting for long hours, your neck is stretched or bent forward or backwards, your shoulder or arms are not positioning well, it can all result in back, neck, shoulder, or arm pains. Like I said earlier, these are some of them. There are a lot others. So go and do more research. Go and ask more on the negative impact of using ICT tools at the workstation. That said, we move to another point. Measures that will help eliminate workstation hazards. From the video, what do you think are some of the measures that we can take or should have been done to eliminate workstation hazards? Of course, hazard means dangers, things that put our life in danger or risk. Those are hazards. How can we eliminate them at the workstation? The fire outbreaks, how can we eliminate them? One of them is the workstation should be clean at all costs. You must make sure that your workstation, for example, an ICT lab where you are working with ICT tools, is clean at all costs. Like I said earlier, if they are naked wires, you can get electrical shocks. Imagine your workstation being flooded with water or other liquids. You can easily slip and fall off, which may result in bigger injuries. So the workstation should be clean at all costs. Another point is ICT tools should be placed in their appropriate places. ICT tools should be placed in their appropriate positions. You can equally substitute it with places, but positions is captured here. Once you place your ICT tools in a safe and appropriate position, it will eliminate workstation hazards. Like I said, wires should not be scattered everywhere. They shouldn't be rubbish. They should be well positioned and placed. Your desktop, computers, or other ICT gadgets should be at the appropriate positions. Placed very well, nicely. It will even make your workstation attractive. Imagine your customers coming in and your workstation is just, I don't know how to explain it, scattered everywhere. It's not neat, not looking nice. Aside the fact that it can cause injuries or hazard, it can damage your ICT tools. It will even scare your customers away. It wouldn't be attractive to your customers. That is if you are dealing with customers. Is that all? Another point is the adjustment of the chair should be at the level of the monitor. The adjustment of the chair should be at the level of the monitor. This means that you should be using adjustable chairs so that you can adjust the chair to be at the level of the monitor to have a good posture when you sit down to use your ICT tools. This will prevent what we mentioned earlier, the back, neck, arm, or other muscular pains. Another point is always adjust the brightness of the monitor to the standard eye level. Once you do that, you will help in reducing your vision problems, eye strains, and other complications relating to your body, especially the eye. You shouldn't be too close to your monitor so that the brightness will have a direct effect on your eye. You should not be close. You should distance yourself away small. So the monitor should be adjusted. The brightness of the monitor should be adjusted to the standard eye level. Now, let's take a look at this one to various ways to position yourself or sit properly at the workstation. Various ways to position yourself or sit properly at the workstation. We have earlier on talk about using adjustable chair so that you can sit properly or your posture will be very good when using ICT tools. Let's please take a look at this picture. Let's observe it carefully and check the numbering. There are numbers on it, numbered 1 to 5. And there are some arrows showing directions. Let's take note of all of them. It will guide us, or this is visibly how we should sit properly at the workstation. Adjust the seat height so your eyes are directly in front of the computer monitor and your neck stays straight. You should adjust the seat so that your eyes are directly in front of the computer monitor. This will enable you to see clear. This will enable you, or this will make sure that there is reasonable distance between you and the monitor so that the brightness will not have that much effect on you, and you should make sure that your neck stays straight to prevent your neck pains. Even sometimes if you don't take care, you have been using your ICT tools for long hours and your neck is stretched or lean forward, you can get hunchback. Take note of it. 2. Ensure proper back support. You should make sure that the chair you are sitting on or where you are sitting, there is proper back support. If the back support is not proper or strong, you may even be trying to lean backwards and you can fall off. So you should get proper back support so that your back too will be straight. Once you are sitting, your back will be straight and firm on the chair. Reposition your arm rests. You know, many of these chairs, they have what we call arm rest, where you put your arm on so that your arm can rest very well. You should reposition it, adjust it, make sure it is positioned very well. It is in line or in position with your keyboard or your mouse so that you can use it at ease and without pains. You will not be struggling to control your mouse or to type on your keyboard. So reposition your armrest will take care of this. And you can see number 2 on the picture. There is even an angle that has been shown, which is 90 degrees. So that's how you should position your arm on the armrest, or that's how you should reposition your armrest. Another point is pushing your hips to the very back of your office chair. You have to push your back to the very back of the office chair so that you can sit comfortably and in a relaxed state, ensuring that both your back, your neck, and even your feet are in their proper or appropriate positions. Keep your feet flat on the floor at an angle where your knees rest below your hips. This is the last point we are going to look at. And you can see number 5 on the picture. Keep your feet flat on the floor at an angle where your knees rest below your hips. Number 5. You can see number 5 in the picture. As you can see, that thin dotted red that's blinking on it is showing number 5 on the picture. You also check the picture. Check it very well. All right, now let's move on. I hope you are paying attention, and I do hope that you understand everything. If you have any question or anything you don't understand, you can note it down. There is more on the various ways to position yourself or sit properly at the workstation. So we have also displayed this picture to support what we talked about earlier. Many of the things we have said are still here. Yes, there are some few ones, there are some few additions. You can see where we are talking about the monitor at your eye level to prevent hunchback. Have you seen the spelling of the hunch over? Check the picture very well. Footrest if necessary for comfort and stability. Yeah, you can also put a footrest if necessary for comfort and stability of your feet or legs. Keyboard at elbow height for arms and shoulder alignment. The keyboard should be at elbow height for arm and shoulder alignment. Let's proceed. We have talked about your sitting position. Let's look at the proper usage or position of the monitor too. Proper usage or positioning of the monitor. In fact, the usage or the position of the monitor have effect on your system posture. Let's take a look at this picture too. You can see there are four in one picture. The first picture, check it very well. Look for similarities and difference between the four pictures displayed here. Like I said, it's four in a one. Four in a one picture. Now, let's go into details. Place the monitor in a location that will eliminate glare on the screen. You should place the monitor on a position that will eliminate glare on the screen. Place the monitor at right angle or away from the windows or task light to prevent penetrating light through the windows or disturbing light from the task light so that you can see clearly what you are doing without struggle and at a comfortable state. Place the monitor directly in front of you. Your monitor should be directly in front of you. Or you think you place the monitor at your back? Well, if you are that human that have eyes at your back, I think you can place it there. But I've never seen or don't know of, never heard of any human that have eyes at the back. So definitely you should place the monitor directly in front of you. Place the top line of the screen at or slightly 0 to 30 degrees below eye level. That's how the monitor should be placed. It should be the top line of the monitor or the top line of the screen should be at slightly 0 to 30 degrees below eye level so that you will not be stretching your neck, leaning backwards, pulling up or down your head to see what is on the monitor. No. So let's go back to the pictures. As you can see, which one is the correct position of the monitor and the correct posture of the boy sitting on it? Is it the one, the small red dotted line is blinking on, the first one, or this one, the top right corner? The one at the top right corner, you can see that the monitor is tilted. And even the guy, the way he is sitting, he is bent or leaned backwards. Or let's check the bottom one too, the bottom left corner. The monitor is tilted forward and the guy has leaned forward Is that the way to set or position the monitor properly? And the last one, which is at the right bottom corner. See the way the guy is sitting, his feet is not on the floor. There is no armrest. The keyboard is not at level with elbow. He's too close to even the monitor. Look at the way he have put his face on the monitor, and look at the position of the monitor. The monitor have been what? Lean towards him, forward. Obviously, you can all see that the first picture, which is at the left top corner, have been checked, meaning it has been marked correct. That's how the monitor should be placed, and this is the good posture, the good sitting position or proper sitting position you should sit. All the others are not correct. Check them very well. Check them very well. Now let's move on. Now we have achieved all our objectives so far. But before we end the lesson or we conclude on the lesson, let's reflect on the key point or the salient ideas that we raise during the delivery of the lesson. We first look at the negative impact of using ICT tools at the workstation, where we talk about fire outbreaks, electrical shocks, headaches, stress disorders, and some other points. After that, we looked at the measures that will help eliminate workstation hazards, where we said that you should what? The workstation should be clean at all costs. ICT tools should be at their proper positions. After that, we move on to the various ways to position yourself or sit properly at the workstation. Here we display the picture showing you how to sit properly or to position yourself at the workstation. We said that your neck should be straight, the armrest should be positioned well, so that it's in line with what? Your elbow is in line with the keyboard. Your feet should be at an angle where they are flat on the floor. If possible, you use a footrest to support and other points. After that, we move on to the proper usage or positioning of the monitor. Proper usage or positioning of the monitor. The screen should be at your eye level or at an angle slightly 0 to 30 degrees. Do you still remember that? We mentioned that I should put on the proper usage or positioning of the monitor. So this is the recap of our lesson, and I expect you all, when you go on, you read again on what we have gone through, do more research, ask more questions, and in case there are things you don't understand, there are questions you have, you bring them on so that we will make sure that you understand every little bit or everything you need to understand in this subtopic we have just looked through. So I entreat you all to ask the important questions that you have, the questions you have noted down. After that, it doesn't end there. When you go home, you revise, do more research. As I said earlier, ask your siblings, your seniors, your parents, or any person at all you think the person can help or sort you out. So you take this assignment, when you go home, you do them, and tomorrow you submit them so that we will know whether you were following when we were doing the discussion on this lesson. Thank you very much for your attention.